Lu Sheng turned the third gift over in his hands, his fingers tracing its edges with quiet curiosity. And it didn't take long for his sharp instincts to tell him that this was far more than just some polite token of gratitude from the star spirit flower family. No, this was something else entirely, something far more significant. Before him, Ziyangxin presented a beautifully engraved gold card, its surface shimmering with intricate designs that seemed to pulse with hidden meaning. He couldn't help but wonder what kind of special utility such an elegant object could possibly hold. When he carefully examined the card, he found the prestigious star spirit flower family crest embossed on the front, bold and unmistakable, while several different star sector emblems were meticulously detailed on the back, each one representing a vast expanse of controlled territory. Seeing his curiosity, Ziyangxin leaned forward with a knowing smile and explained that this was actually the most prestigious premium emblem card issued by the Star Spirit Flower Chamber of Commerce, a badge of honor reserved for the elite few. She then added, her voice laced with pride, that simply holding this card granted him unmatched top-tier privileges across the entire heavenly serpent galaxy, opening doors that remained forever closed to ordinary cultivators. Specifically, the card gave him a massive credit limit of 10 billion golden serpent coins, a staggering fortune that could be redeemed for valuable resources at any branch or allied chamber across the cosmos. And the best part? That limit automatically refreshed every 10 cosmic years, ensuring a steady flow of wealth for as long as he held the card. Hearing this, Lu Sheng quickly realized that this was basically a supreme VIP card, a gleaming symbol of status representing the immense reach and overwhelming power of the Star Spirit Flower family's vast commercial empire. He was deeply impressed to learn that their business operations covered over 1,000 star sectors, a number so staggering it proved just how insanely powerful his new sponsors truly were. Quite pleased with the card, Lu Sheng then asked her, with a hint of genuine curiosity, what exactly 10 billion golden serpent coins could actually buy in terms of real-world value. Ziyangxin answered by explaining that the total market value of the premium Tier 3 star cores she had given him earlier was actually around 10 billion golden serpent coins. Hearing this comparison, Lu Sheng's jaw dropped on the inside, his mind racing with calculations. He realized that 10 billion coins was practically pocket change compared to the trillions of coins owned by the universe's ultimate tycoons, the true titans of galactic wealth. He calculated silently, understanding that while this credit limit would eventually add up to a huge fortune over time, the process was still way too slow to satisfy his massive appetite for fast, explosive growth. He practically face-bombed, a wry grin tugging at his lips, realizing that he simply did not have the luxury of time to sit around and wait a decade for the credit limit to refresh. He needed power now, not later. At the same time, Ziyangxin noticed that Lu Sheng did not seem impressed by the 10 billion credit limit at all, which quickly made her anxious to explain its true significance. She respectfully bowed and explained that only level 5 elders or elite protectors in their family ever got this card, which prompted a curious Lu Sheng to ask what level the powerful Wu Tian held. She nervously revealed that even the strong Wu Tian was only a level 3 protector, which highlighted the incredibly high status of the card she had just handed over. It was a privilege beyond measure, a key to the kingdom itself. Before she could say more, Lu Sheng casually cut her off, his voice calm but firm, stating that he already knew she was trying to recruit him and openly accepted her offer to become their family's protector, which took her completely by surprise. Her eyes widened, her heart leaping with joy. This sudden decision was a dream come true for Ziyangxin, who had previously gone out of her way to beg Hai Jade out to put in a good word to help her secure him. Although the fact that Lu Sheng kept accepting her gifts was a good sign, she had been incredibly anxious until he finally made their partnership official just now. However, Lu Sheng set clear boundaries right away, warning her that he would immediately reject any demands that were too harsh or unreasonable. Ziyangxin quickly bowed deeply and promised him that they would never bother him with unfair demands or disrupt his training schedule in any way. At the same time, she secretly noted to herself that her family only cared about securing a strong connection to Lu Sheng's limitless future potential anyway. They were playing the long game, investing in a star that would one outshine them all. Lu Sheng readily agreed, privately celebrating the fact that finding such a wealthy backer would easily solve his constant need for expensive cultivation resources, a burden that had weighed heavily on his shoulders for far too long. Now that their grand alliance was officially sealed, the tense and anxious atmosphere finally lifted from the battleship's command deck, replaced by a sense of calm and purpose. Watching this whole scene unfold, a stunned Ao Nong Turing was overcome with pure envy at the amazing partnership that had just been formed. Although Turing's own family was considered a highly prestigious top-tier powerhouse in the galaxy, they were practically cosmic dust compared to the massive scale and wealth of the Star Spirit Flower Chamber of Commerce. Yet, this absolute galactic giant had just bent over backward to hand its highest-level backing to a young teenager who had not even reached level 13 yet, a move that defied all logic and expectation. Still, Turing realized that such a generous offer made total sense given Lu Sheng's unmatched talent, meaning the family was actually getting an absolute steal in this deal. Since Lu Sheng could already crush powerful level 13 fighters and master extreme position law, while only at level 12, his future potential was truly limitless, a blazing comet that would one day reshape the heavens themselves. Because of this, Turing realized that if he could study alongside Lu Sheng at the Elite Academy and keep a close, friendly relationship with him, it would bring massive political and financial benefits to both himself and his entire clan in the future. While he once held a secret ambition to train hard and eventually surpass Lu Sheng, he had now completely abandoned that foolish pride and was perfectly happy to just follow him like a loyal, supportive friend, basking in the reflected glory of a true legend. Completely unaware of Turing's funny inner thoughts, Lu Sheng accepted the final gifts and was led over to a sleek, top-grade personal spaceship called the Meteor to transfer flights. As he stepped inside the new vessel, Lu Sheng was highly impressed by the luxurious, high-tech interior, his eyes drinking in the polished surfaces and advanced systems. He quickly realized that their previous ship was basically a piece of junk compared to this one, a rusty bucket next to a gleaming sword. He marveled at the incredible advancement of this interstellar civilization, noting that the technological gap between this ship and his home planet was wider than the gap between a modern city and a primitive tribe, a chasm that stretched across ages of progress. Without saying a word to any of the other passengers or crew, Lu Sheng casually walked off and headed straight to his personal quarters to get some rest, his silence speaking volumes. His silent departure immediately upset Masha, who loudly complained that he was far too arrogant for not even bothering to say a simple goodbye. However, Babaluo calmly spoke up and pointed out that such immense pride was only natural for a god-tier genius of his caliber, a being who walked among mortals like a lion among sheep. Babaluo then teased Masha, reminding her that she was usually just as arrogant herself and wouldn't even look twice at any man weaker than her, her own pride a mirror of the very behavior she criticized. He added that with a godlike power level like Lu Sheng's, the young man genuinely had no real reason or need to socialize with them at all. Their worlds were simply too far apart. Hearing this, Masha pouted and grumbled, still complaining that they were traveling companions and he should at least show some basic manners. Babaluo sternly lectured her in response, reminding her that they were actually just hitching a ride on a luxury ship prepared exclusively for Lu Sheng, a fact that finally forced a grumbling Masha to drop her complaints. To quickly deflect his lecture, Masha slyly changed the subject and mentioned a legendary once-in-a-century martial arts genius who was rumored to have emerged from the eye of the storm, a figure of myth and whispered legend. She added that this incredible genius supposedly possessed a rare half-step sovereign-class bloodline and was personally summoned by the Heavenly Serpent Lord himself to join the upcoming selection, an honor that made even the mightiest warriors tremble with envy. Glancing back toward Lu Sheng's closed door, she reasoned to herself that even his mighty extreme position law surely could not compete with a legendary sovereign-level bloodline, the highest echelon of power known to the cosmos. She gleefully imagined the scene of Lu Sheng finally suffering an embarrassing crushing defeat when he inevitably clashed with this legendary genius, a delicious fantasy that brought a wicked smile to her lips. However, her playful gossip completely backfired when a terrified Babaluo suddenly screamed in absolute shock, his face pale as death, demanding to know if she had actually just said the word sovereign-class bloodline, a phrase that carried weight beyond measure, a whisper of powers that could shake the very foundations of reality itself.